You know that feeling? The phone rings, maybe it's even a number you recognize, but there's still that split-second pause where you think, okay, what's the best way to kick this off? Or maybe even trickier, how do I, politely get off this call without sounding abrupt or rude?
Yeah.
Phone conversations, I mean, they're just everywhere, aren't they? Quick chats with friends, those really crucial business discussions.
Totally. They're a constant.
They are. But actually mastering the art of the perfect phone call, especially if you're doing it in English, well, it can sometimes feel like you're trying to learn a secret language or something.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We've got this fantastic resource, 50 essential English phrases for phone conversations.
Right.
And it really promises to be more than just like a list of things to say. It's framed as a shortcut to sounding natural, confident, effective on the phone.
So not just the what, but the how and when.
Exactly. It's about understanding the subtle power behind the phrasing, getting those aha moments that can, turn that awkward silence into a really smooth, confident exchange.
Okay. So our mission here today is basically to unpack these phrases, pull out the really important bits of knowledge, and show you how to navigate pretty much any phone conversation with more ease. So whether you're prepping for a big work call, maybe with international colleagues, or just trying to catch up with a friend who's in a different time zone, or honestly just want to feel a bit more clued in during everyday calls.
Yeah, like booking an appointment or something.
Exactly. We want to give you the tools to make every phone call feel less like a chore, and more like a smooth, productive, maybe even enjoyable interaction.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll journey through the whole thing, the entire life cycle of a call. Starting right at the beginning, the greeting, setting your purpose.
Okay.
Then moving through how to handle those sometimes frustrating connection issues or misunderstandings.
Oh, yeah, the classic you're breaking up moments.
Exactly those.
Yeah.
And then finally, how to gracefully wrap up the conversation. We'll look at specific phrases for starting calls, clarifying things, managing your own availability.
Like when you can't talk right now.
Right. Or even what to say when the person you need just isn't there. We use practical example, just like in the source material. So you can really hear how they work and understand the subtle power behind each one. Not just the words, but why they work.
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack this then. Let's jump into our first big section, the art of the opening. Making a really strong start.
Makes sense.
And it all starts, logically, with introducing yourself and making that first connection.
Indeed. And the absolute foundation, the bedrock phrase for pretty much any phone call is, hello, this is name speaking.
Right. Just identifying yourself.
Exactly. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? Like, do we really need to talk about this?
Yeah.
But it's fundamental, it's direct, it's clear, it instantly tells the other person who you are.
Think about the opposite, A hesitant hello or just mumbling something, that creates instant confusion, a bit of stress for the person answering, trying to figure out who it is.
Right. Who is this?
Yeah.
Why are they calling?
Exactly. So by saying clearly, hello, this is Sarah speaking, you're not just identifying yourself. You're making it easier for them. You're helping them place you, maybe connect you to a call they were expecting. And it sets a professional, efficient tone right away. First word.
And what's really interesting, I think, is how much that simple phrase, hello, this is Dame speaking, sets the tone for the entire call.
Yeah.
Its directness is it's key, especially professionally. Think about a casual call to a friend. You might just say, hey, or it's me.
Sure.
And that's fine there. But in business, clarity isn't just polite. It's actually strategic.
Yeah.
By identifying yourself clearly, you're informing them, yes, but you're also kind of managing their expectations. They know who's calling. If they were expecting you, they can switch gears immediately. It builds a little bit of trust, reduces that potential awkwardness. It's about efficiency, respect, and projecting confidence from the get-go.
You can really feel the difference. Imagine getting a call. Hello, this is Tom speaking. I'm calling from English Unleashed. You instantly know who and where. You've got context. It avoids that weird pause while they try and place the voice. It's a small thing, but it says a lot about professionalism.
And you can adapt it slightly. Especially in customer service. Think about, hello, this is Tom speaking. How may I assist you today?
All right. Proactive.
Exactly. It shifts beautifully from just identification to an immediate, open offer of help. That's crucial for business calls.
Mm-hmm.
It creates this inviting professional first contact, shows you're ready to help, ready to solve problems. It turns the greeting into a statement of service.
Okay, so that's identifying yourself. What about when you call, say, an office number, and the person who answers isn't the person you actually need to talk to?
Ah, yes. Very common. That's where this phrase is essential. Hi, may I speak to the person, please?
Simple enough.
Simple, but the please is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. It's not just, being polite. It's a polite query. It acknowledges that the person answering is kind of a gatekeeper, an intermediary.
Right, you're respecting their role.
Exactly. You're showing respect for their time and their function. It clearly states what you want without sounding demanding. And honestly, that politeness, it can make a huge difference in how quickly and, how willingly they connect you.
It's all about courtesy, isn't it? You picture it. Hi, may I speak to Sarah, please? It's Tom calling. You identify yourself to the person helping you, makes it super easy for them to pass on the message or connect you. No guesswork for them.
Right. And in a more formal setting, or maybe a business context, adding a little bit of context can be really helpful, streamline things even more.
Like what?
Like, hi, may I speak to Mr. Wilson, please? I have a quick question about my recent order.
Ah, okay. Gives them a reason.
Precisely. It adds immediate purpose for the person answering. That might help them row you correctly straight away, maybe even speed up the connection, saves everyone time, avoids those annoying transfers back and forth.
Good point. Okay, now let's flip it. You're the one answering the phone, maybe at work, or even your personal phone if you're expecting a professional call. What's the standard greeting?
The standard, really effective professional opening is, "Good morning, how can I help you?" Or "Good afternoon," obviously.
Right. The classic open door for business calls.
It really is. It's proactive. It immediately invites the caller to state why they're calling. It does more than just greet. It conveys professionalism and a readiness to assist. That's fundamental in any service role, right? Office, call center, even your own small business.
Sets that positive problem-solving vibe from the start.
Exactly. It subtly tells the caller, okay, I'm listening. I'm here to provide a solution.
And it's so versatile. Good morning, how can I help you today? Or good morning, how can I help you with your booking? Adapts easily.
Effortlessly. It's a universal tool for good customer interaction.
All right, so we've introduced ourselves or asked for someone politely. Now, a really important bit of the opening, checking if it's actually a good time to talk. Checking availability and appropriateness.
Yes, crucial.
And the key phrase here, is this a good time to talk?
Absolutely essential. This shows consideration, builds immediate rapport.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, nobody likes being caught off guard or interrupted when they're in the middle of something important.
Right. It's annoying.
It is. So the simple question is a polite check. It respects their schedule. Super important today when everyone's so busy, and unexpected calls can really derail your workflow or, your personal time.
It sets a collaborative tone, like asking permission almost.
Exactly. It invites them to engage only if they're genuinely free and ready.
Yeah.
It gives them the power to say no easily without feeling awkward, which actually builds trust in the long run.
It's really about empathy, isn't it? You might say, hey, is this a good time to quickly talk about the project report? And that opens the door for them to say, yeah, sure, I've got 5 minutes. Or actually, can you call back in about 15? It shows you value their time before you launch into your reason for calling.
And you can even offer an out more explicitly, give them maximum control. Something like, hi, is this a good time to talk, or would it be better if I call back later?
Giving them the option.
Yes. That flexibility makes them much more likely to engage positively when they are ready, rather than feeling pressured or maybe even a bit resentful because you just jumped straight in. Small phrase, big impact on rapport.
Okay. There's a similar one, maybe sounds a little more apologetic. I hope I'm not calling it a bad time.
Yes. It serves the same basic purpose, courtesy, but it softens the approach even more. It acknowledges the potential for interruption right up front.
Sort of pre-apologizing.
Kind of. It puts the ball straight into their court, invites them to confirm if they're free without you assuming anything. It also subtly manages expectations, maybe about how long the call might take, especially if it's something potentially involved. Perfect for when you genuinely think your call might be unexpected or disruptive.
Right. Like a gentle probe. Hi, I hope I'm not calling it a bad time. Do you have a minute or two? It feels less intrusive.
Precisely. And if you know you just have a quick question, you can set that expectation right away. I hope I'm not calling it a bad time. I just had one quick question about the invoice.
Managing expectations for brevity.
Exactly. It sets the expectation it'll be short, makes them way more likely to say, yeah, sure, what is it? Very considerate, very strategic, especially if you suspect their time is tight.
Okay, makes sense. So you've checked it is a good time. Now it's absolutely vital to get straight to the point. Which brings us to part C, stating your purpose clearly.
Clarity is key.
And the most direct way. Starting with, I'm calling about topic.
The height of efficiency, really. No guessing games for the person on the other end. It's crucial for clarity, saves time for both of you.
Right. Cuts to the chase.
Immediately frames the conversation. Allows the listener to switch gears. Think about the topic, maybe pull up relevant info. It's just a cornerstone of effective communication. Shows you value their time and yours by being clear from the outset. A vague call purpose is just frustrating.
Totally. Hi, James. I'm calling about our meeting tomorrow. Are we still on?
Direct. Seeks confirmation. Avoids confusion.
Exactly. Or if you need to propose a change.
Hello. I'm calling about our meeting tomorrow morning. I was wondering if we could possibly move it to the afternoon.
Puts the intention right out there.
Right. Allows for a quick, productive response. It's about being explicit, actionable right from the start. Guides the conversation effectively.
Okay. But sometimes you're not calling about a specific task or action item. It's more like you just want to, well, touch base.
Ah, yes. For that, the wonderfully versatile phrase is, I just wanted to check in with you.
Yeah, that one's useful.
Incredibly versatile. Works professionally, works personally. It implies the call is less urgent, maybe more relationship-focused.
Right. Not necessarily a problem to solve immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It builds rapport, shows you care, or you're being diligent with follow-up, but without demanding immediate action. It's about maintaining connection, monitoring progress, or just showing you're present. Signal the call is about ongoing connection, which can be a relief for the other person. Fosters continuity.
It really does work across the board. Hey, I just wanted to check in with you and see how that project proposal is coming along. Casual, but still professional, shows you're engaged.
Or it pivots easily to personal care, which deepens relationships. I just wanted to check in with you after your surgery last week. How are you feeling?
Yeah, shows genuine concern.
Reinforces that human connection beyond just tasks or business.
Yeah.
Makes the person feel valued. Shows you're thinking of them.
Absolutely. Now, a little bit of gratitude goes a long, long way, especially when someone returns your call or replies to your message. Mastering "thanks for getting back to me" is key.
Oh, vital. Absolutely vital. It acknowledges their responsiveness, shows you appreciate their time, their effort in responding.
That's a good tone.
It really does. Reinforces positive communication loops, can kick off the conversation productively, setting this grateful, collaborative tone. It subtly tells them you noticed and valued their promptness, which encourages more timely communication later. Small courtesy, big impact on rapport.
Hi, Anna. Thanks for getting back to me so quickly about that. Simple, polite, effective. Sets that positive vibe instantly.
Or even more generally, works in almost any situation. Thanks for getting back to me. I really appreciate you taking the time. Acknowledges their effort, regardless of how long it took. Builds that positive communication habit.
Okay. And one more for this section. You've sent something, an email, a text, and you're just not sure if they saw it. You need a gentle nudge.
Right. The polite nudge. That's where just checking in to see if you got my message comes in handy.
Not too pushy.
Exactly. It's a gentle follow-up. Ensures important information didn't just fall through the cracks. It proactively addresses potential communication gaps, essential for collaboration, essentially for timely responses. Shows you're being thorough, responsible, but without making them feel hounded. Gives them an easy way to respond.
Yeah, it works well. Hey, just checking in. Did you happen to see the file I sent over yesterday? Soft reminder, invites confirmation, keeps things moving.
Precisely. Keeps the project rolling without any awkwardness.
Okay, great. That really covers making a strong start. Now, let's shift gears into section 2. Navigating connection challenges and ensuring clarity. Because, let's be real, phone calls aren't always perfect. Tech glitches happen.
Oh, definitely. A common reality. And the absolute first line of defense against miscommunication from tech issues is asking proactively. Can you hear me? Okay.
So basic, but easily forgotten.
It is. Proactive communication is just paramount here. This phrase is vital for establishing a clear audio link, especially right at the start or if you hear some static. It shows you're mindful of the call quality.
Right, thinking about their listening experience too.
Exactly. You want to nip any sound issues in the bud immediately. Nothing derails a call faster than not understanding each other.
So right after the greeting maybe. Hello, can you hear me okay? You sound a little faint.
Perfect example. Immediately addresses a potential problem. or if you've just moved rooms trying to get better signal. Can you hear me okay now? Just move to a quieter spot. It's a quick, critical check, sets the stage for a smooth interaction, saves repeating yourself later.
Okay, but what if the quality is genuinely bad? You just can't hear them well. You need to tell them, but politely.
Right. That's where, I think we have a bad connection comes in.
Polite is key there, not blaming them.
Exactly. This phrase cleverly attributes the problem to an external factor, the connection, not the person. Maintains politeness while clearly stating the issue, avoids frustration, avoids making them feel criticized like you're mumbling.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
No. Instead, it signals, hey, we have a shared problem. Maybe one of us needs to move or adjust something. Fosters a collaborative approach to fixing it. And understanding that phrase, cutting in and out, is useful here that describes the choppy audio. Framing it as a bad connection invites them to help solve it.
So simple examples like, sorry, I think we have a bad connection. You're cutting in and out quite a bit.
Or, I'm really struggling to hear you clearly. I think we might have a bad connection. Both get the message across without pointing fingers.
And is there a more specific way to describe that choppy, intermittent sound?
Yes, the universally understood phrase is simply, sorry, you're breaking up.
Ah, the classic. Everyone knows that one.
They do. It's concise, instantly recognizable, tells the other person immediately their voice isn't coming through consistently, prompts them to maybe move, check their mic, check their signal. It's an immediate, actionable diagnostic. Signals they need to do something on their end to improve things for both of you.
Right. Like, wait, sorry, you're breaking up pretty badly. Could you repeat that last sentence?
Exactly. Or maybe with a touch of humor, trying to diagnose. Hang on, I think you're breaking up a bit. Are you calling from the bottom of a well? Or just in a tunnel? Shows you're trying to understand, not just complain.
Okay. So you've identified a problem. Maybe you tried moving or adjusting your headset. You need to check if it worked.
Yes. The immediate follow-up check. Can you hear me now?
Testing the waters.
Literally. It's a practical, immediate check for improvement. Confirms if your efforts to fix the audio actually worked. Allows the conversation to hopefully proceed smoothly. Prevents you from just talking into the void, which is incredibly frustrating for everyone. Shows you're actively trying to maintain a clear line.
Right. Okay, I just stepped outside. Can you hear me better now? Or, hello, testing, testing. Can you hear me now? Or is it still cutting out? Get straight to checking the connection status before you move on.
Exactly. Crucial check.
All right, sound issues addressed. But sometimes it's not the tech. It's just you missed something. Maybe you zoned out for a second or they spoke too fast. Part B, requesting repetition and clarity.
Happens all the time.
The most straightforward phrase here.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Simple, direct.
Very. It's a polite request for a full repeat. Absolutely fundamental for accurate communication. Prevents those misunderstandings that can derail things or lead to errors later. It puts the onus back on the speaker to restate it, acknowledging the issue was on your end, maybe a lapse in attention, maybe a tiny sound glitch you barely noticed. It's an honest admission.
Yeah. Sorry, could you say that again? The line just crackled for a second there.
Or more generally, sorry, could you just say that again? I didn't quite catch the last part of what you said. Invaluable for avoiding assumptions. Making sure you grasp every piece of information, especially in important calls where details matter.
Okay, but what if it's not the connection, it's purely the speed? They're talking a mile a minute.
Oh yes, the fast talker.
Yeah.
Then you politely but firmly need. Can you speak a bit more slowly?
Is that rude?
Not if you say it politely. It's crucial for comprehension, especially if you're not a native speaker or if the information is complex, unfamiliar, or you're trying to take notes.
Right, gives you processing time.
Exactly. It empowers you, the listener, to manage the pace. Vital for note-taking, processing details, or just understanding an accent you're not used to. It's a polite request for an adjustment that actually benefits both of you, ensures the information exchange is genuinely effective.
And you can soften it by giving a reason. Could you speak just a little more slowly, please? I'm taking notes and want to make sure I get everything down.
Perfect. Or connected to a slight tech issue. Sorry, could you speak a bit more slowly? The line's still not perfect, and a slower pace might help me catch everything.
Okay. Another option, maybe slightly more explanatory. I didn't catch that. Could you repeat it?
Yes, this one tells them why you need the repeat, which can be helpful.
Gives them context.
Exactly. Maybe it was a sound drop, fast speech, background noise on your end. Providing that context helps the speaker understand why they need to repeat, and that might prompt them to adjust their delivery, Maybe emphasize key words, speak more clearly, even rephrase slightly to ensure you get it this time. More informative than just asking for a repeat. Helps prevent the same issue happening again.
Makes sense. Like, sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you repeat the phone number one more time? Or seeking specific clarification. Apologies, I didn't quite catch that. Were you saying the meeting is Tuesday or Wednesday?
Exactly. Pinpoints the need. Now, what if you only missed a tiny bit? Like one word or a short phrase?
Yeah. Asking them to repeat the whole sentence feels like overkill then.
Right. In that case, a precise and efficient phrase is, I missed that. What did you say?
More surgical.
Exactly. It pinpoints the specific missed detail, guides the speaker to just restate that particular piece of information, prevents unnecessary re-explanation of the whole thought, saves time, saves focus, gets you exactly the missing piece you need.
Like, sorry, I missed that. What did you say right after meet at the coffee shop? Or clarifying a choice. I missed that last bit. Was that option A or option B you preferred?
Perfect. Now, what if the problem is both clarity and speed?
The double whammy.
Yes. For that, you need the combination punch. Could you say that again a bit slower?
Okay. Addresses both issues at once.
Precisely. Addresses the content and the delivery speed. Crucial for complex info, unfamiliar accents, or when there are background distractions messing with your focus. It's assertive enough to get your need met, but still polite. Ensures you grasp every detail, prevents misunderstandings from either speed or clarity issues, shows you're really committed to understanding fully.
So, sorry, could you say that again a bit slower? I just want to make sure I get the name spelled correctly.
Exactly. Or acknowledging your environment. Could you possibly say that again a bit slower? It's a bit noisy where I am right now, and I don't want to miss anything important. Takes proactive control of your comprehension for accuracy.
Fantastic. Okay, we've mastered asking for repeats and slowing things down. Now, part C, confirming information, making sure you actually got it right.
Yes, critical for avoiding mistakes.
And the foundational phrase here seems to be, let me make sure I understood you correctly.
This is pure active listening. Absolutely critical for preventing errors before they happen. It shows you were engaged, you're being meticulous, ensures mutual understanding.
Reduces ambiguity.
Completely. This proactive confirmation is vital for avoiding costly mistakes, missed deadlines, wrong appointments. Indispensable for planning, instructions, decisions. It's where you paraphrase back to them to make sure you're both on exactly the same wavelength.
Right. Okay, let me just make sure I understood you correctly. The deadline is next Friday the 15th. At 5:00 p.m. Is that right? Seeks that explicit confirmation.
Exactly. Leaves no room for doubt. Or more formally, let me just confirm I understood that correctly. You need the report sent to both marketing and sales by end of day tomorrow. Invaluable for ensuring deadlines, responsibilities, agreements are crystal clear. Prevents arguments later.
Okay. Slightly different, but serving a similar purpose is... Let me read that back to you. This feels more like you've written something down.
Precisely. It implies you've noted something specific, a number, an address, a code, and now you're verifying it verbatim. It's a formal, highly effective way to prevent errors with specific data.
Vocalizing what you wrote down.
Exactly. Creates an immediate chance for correction. Invaluable for accuracy with contact info, logistics, account numbers, any sensitive data. Standard practice in many professional settings. Minimizes human error. Ensures precise record keeping.
Okay, let me read that back to you. The reference number is AC47B92. Correct. Precise verification. No transposed digits.
Perfect. Or for an address. Got it. Let me just read that back to make sure. That's 12 Green Hill Road, apartment 4B, postcode W1A1AA. Is that all correct? Simple, powerful double check. Prevents major hassles like missed deliveries or wrong billing.
Makes sense. Now, specifically for contact details, maybe right at the end of the call, a quick safety net?
Yes, a polite final check. Can I just check your phone number?
Just a quick verification.
Essential for ensuring you have accurate contact info for future use, follow-up call, confirmation text, whatever. Professional, polite way to verify. Shows diligence, attention to detail before you hang up. Saves you the hassle of calling back just for the number, and it subtly tells them you're organized and thorough. Builds confidence.
Great. Just before we finish, can I quickly check the best phone number to reach you on? I have 07892. Verifies it smoothly.
Exactly. Or integrated into the closing. Okay, I think that's everything then. Before I let you go, can I just check your phone number one last time? Makes the check feel natural, part of a thorough process.
And finally, for this section, for those tricky words, names, places, technical terms, things that are easy to misspell or hard to hear clearly.
Ah, yes. The universal lifesaver. Could you spell that for me?
Essential for accuracy.
Absolutely critical. especially with proper nouns, brand names, technical jargon you might not know. Directly avoids misunderstandings, ensures correct documentation. Vital professionally where a misspelled name, wrong address, mistyped product code can cause huge problems. Logistical nightmares, professional embarrassment. Simple request prevents bigger errors.
Sorry, could you spell the surname for me? I want to make sure I get it right in the email. Very common, very useful.
Or for an email address that sounds ambiguous. Your email is, sorry, could you spell that out for me, please? Just to be absolutely sure. Ensures crucial communication channels work. Prevents lost messages.
Okay, fantastic. That covers clarity and connection. Now, section 3, managing missed connections and future communication. Because people aren't always available, right? Handling that gracefully is key.
Definitely. Part A is handling unavailable parties. So, you answer the phone, the caller wants someone who isn't there. First response.
The helpful one. Can I take a message for you?
Foundational courtesy. Professional settings, even semi-professional ones. Bridges that communication gap when direct contact fails. Shows the call is still valued, even if the person isn't there.
Shows proactivity.
Right. Ensures the caller's purpose isn't just lost or forgotten. Conveys helpfulness, efficiency on your part. Even if you can't connect them directly, you're ensuring continuity.
Sorry, Jake isn't at his desk right now. He just stepped out for coffee. Can I take a message for you? Clear and helpful.
Or, I'm afraid she's in a meeting until 3:00 p.m. Can I take a message for you?
Provides a time frame and an action path for the caller.
Okay. Similar, but phrased as a question to the caller, giving them the choice.
Yes, that's, would you like to leave a message?
More empowering for the caller.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gives them agency control. Do they want to communicate via you, the intermediary? It's a polite offer, not an assumption. Offers an alternative when their main goal, direct conversation, isn't possible. Respects their choice. Makes them feel more in control of the communication. Like, person is actually out of the office today, returning tomorrow. Would you like to leave a message or shall I give you their mobile number?
Perfect. Offering options? Or, he's on another call at the moment. Would you like to leave a message? Or perhaps try calling back in about 15 minutes. Let them decide the best course for them.
Okay. And after you've maybe taken that message, you need to give the caller assurance it'll get there.
Yes. The reassurance phrase, I'll let her know you called.
Simple promise.
Provides immediate closure for the caller. Demonstrates accountability from you. Simple, but effective. Maintains communication flow. Manages their expectations about a potential return call. It's a direct promise the message will be delivered. Gives them peace of mind. Their effort wasn't wasted.
Okay, got it. I'll let her know you called as soon as she's out of her meeting. And I have your number here if she needs to call back. Combines assurance with checking details.
Nice touch. Or just a simple confirmation. Sure thing. I'll let her know you called this afternoon regarding the budget.
Direct, reassuring, adds context. Now, flipping it again, you're the caller. You can't get through. You need to request they call you back.
Right. The clear request, please ask him to call me back.
Direct instruction.
It is, but polite. A direct instruction to the intermediary. Ensures your need for a return call is clearly, unambiguously communicated. Delegates the responsibility for the next contact to the person you were trying to reach. Makes it explicit what action you expect. Leaves no room for doubt. Clear call to action.
Could you please ask him to call me back when he gets a moment? It's regarding the Johnson account. Polite, firm, gives context.
Exactly. Or if they tried calling you earlier, I see I missed his call earlier. I was tied up. Could you please ask him to call me back at his earliest convenience? Sets the expectation. Explains your prior unavailability.
Okay. And if you as the caller want to take the initiative and leave a specific piece of information, not just ask for a call back.
Then you initiate with, can I leave a message for Mr. Smith?
Caller taking the lead.
Demonstrates your proactive intent. Ensures your message gets received, even without direct conversation. Shifts the communication burden slightly to the person answering, clearly stating your desire to pass on info, not just check availability. Taking control, ensuring your point gets across.
He's unavailable. Okay, can I leave a message for Mr. Smith, please? Just let him know I called about the delivery schedule. Short, clear, specific.
Perfect. Or giving more detail if needed. Can I leave a message for Mrs. Jones? Please tell her I've reviewed the contract draft and have a couple of minor questions. Ensures the information gets through efficiently.
Great. Now let's flip to part B, managing your own availability. Because sometimes you're the one who gets caught at a bad time.
Happens to everyone.
So you're in a meeting, driving. You need to politely pause the conversation.
The essential phrase, I can't talk right now, can I call you back?
Sets boundaries politely.
Exactly. Acknowledges the call, explains briefly why you're unavailable in a meeting, driving, noisy place, and crucially promises a return call. Manages expectations effectively, shows you're controlling your time without being rude or dismissive, values both your time and theirs by making sure the conversation happens when you can actually focus.
Hey, sorry, I can't really talk right now. I'm just walking into a presentation. Can I call you back in about an hour? Polite deferral, clear time frame.
Perfect. Or more generally, sorry, I'm right in the middle of something urgent here. It's okay if I call you back as soon as I'm free. Communicates your commitment, promises future engagement. Respectful, responsible.
What if you just need like a few minutes? You're almost done with something.
Be specific and helpful. Can you give me 10 minutes?
Concrete time frame. Much better than just later.
Way better. Manages their anticipation. Clearly indicates a firm commitment to connect very soon. Shows you value their call. Just need a brief, specific window to finish up. Precise, respectful, builds trust through that clarity.
Hey, I'm literally just hitting send on this email. Can you give me, say, 5 or 10 minutes and I'll call you straight back? Sets that clear, actionable expectation.
Exactly. Or if you get an unexpected call when you're wrapping something up, sorry, not a great moment, just finishing this report. Can you give me 10 minutes? Shows you're conscious of their time, even if yours is currently occupied, provides that clear expectation.
Okay, for less urgent calls, or maybe you're just somewhere you really can't talk properly, like a loud cafe, a more casual deferral.
A friendly, easy one is, let's talk a bit later. Okay. Keeps it light. Very useful for less urgent things. Or when the location is the issue, you're out right now. Noisy place. Maintains amiability while gracefully pushing the conversation to a better time. Ensures the call happens when you can give it proper attention. Casual, but clear postponement without causing offense.
Sorry, I'm actually out doing the shopping right now. It's really noisy. Let's maybe talk a bit later. Okay. Straightforward, gives a reason.
Exactly. Or if you're on the move. You know what, let's talk a bit later. I'm just heading into a meeting now, so I can't really chat. Brief, understandable reason makes the request totally acceptable.
Got it. And for that ultimate promise of a callback, showing commitment, but without locking in an exact time.
That would be, I'll call you as soon as I can.
Reassuring, but flexible.
Provides that reassuring closure. Signals their call is valued, will be returned. Using the idiom tied up, meaning busy or preoccupied, is really useful here. Conveys the reason for delay without over-explaining.
Right, I'm a bit tied up right now.
Exactly. It skillfully manages the when expectation without committing to a precise minute, offering you flexibility. Conveys professionalism and commitment.
Really sorry, can't talk now. I'm literally boarding a plane. I'll call you as soon as I can, probably once I land and get settled. Clear, honest commitment.
Perfect. Or if you're genuinely swamped. Look, I'm really tied up with this deadline today, but I promise I'll call you as soon as I can possibly break free. Transparent explanation makes the promise more credible, more appreciated.
Now, super relevant today. Sometimes a call just isn't practical, but texting is fine. Your environment makes talking impossible.
Ah, the modern solution. Mind texting me instead.
Offers an alternative.
Exactly. Acknowledges the reality of different communication preferences and contexts. Perfect when a call would be disruptive class, library, quiet office, but you can still reply via text. Offers an immediate, viable alternative. Respects your environment and their need to communicate. Practical, adaptable, common courtesy now.
Hey, I'm actually in a lecture right now, can't talk. Mind texting me instead. Direct, sensible suggestion. Offers a solution.
Or, sorry, can't talk, stuck in a really noisy place. Mind texting me, I can reply that way. Efficient, considerate solution to a common problem. Shows flexibility.
Okay, let's wrap up this section with part C. Following up on status. You're waiting for something, a reply, a decision, and need a gentle prod.
Yes, the polite prod. Any update on that?
Short and sweet.
Remarkably concise, very versatile. Checks progress without sounding demanding or pushy. Works professionally, documents, projects, travel plans, and personally, checking on a friend, shared plans. Efficiently shows engagement, shows you need information, while respecting their time by getting straight to the query.
Hey, just wondering, any update on that contract draft we discussed? Checking if it's ready for review. Keeps it focused, professional.
Or more personally, hi, just wondering, any update on the plans for the weekend? Have you heard back from Sarah? Casual but effective way to seek info without sounding impatient.
And when you want to clearly show you're taking responsibility for the next step, committing to stay in touch.
Then you use, I'll follow up with you tomorrow, or whenever.
Taking ownership.
Exactly. Proactive, strong statement. Sets a clear expectation for future communication. Demonstrates reliability. Excellent for managing timelines, tasks, commitments. Assures them you're taking ownership of the next step. Eliminates uncertainty. Promotes accountability. Builds trust.
No problem. I'll finalize those numbers this afternoon, and I'll follow up with you first thing tomorrow morning to confirm. Clear action, clear timeline.
Precisely. Conveys your organized, proactive, dependable, highly valued traits. Ensures tasks aren't dropped. Communication stays consistent.
Okay. Sometimes you just need to explain why you're calling again after they didn't pick up before.
Right. Providing context for the second attempt. I tried calling earlier but couldn't get through.
Explains the repeat call.
Efficiently explains the reason for this follow-up. Addresses the previous failed attempt. Clears up any confusion for them about multiple calls or missed calls. Establishes continuity. Manages their expectations, provides immediate context for this call, letting you transition smoothly into your purpose without awkwardness.
And then the very simple, very common apology when you missed their call.
Ah, yes, the essential courtesy. Sorry I missed your call.
Short, polite.
Absolutely essential. Acknowledges the missed connection, demonstrates immediate politeness, respect. Often followed by a brief, non-defensive reason, but the apology itself is key. Maintains good communication, shows respect for their effort to reach you. Fundamental courtesy goes a long way in preserving relationships.
Hey, sorry I missed your call earlier. I was driving and couldn't answer safely. Short, to the point, gives a reason.
Perfect.
All right. We've covered opening, navigating challenges, managing connections. We're finally at section 4. Graceful exits, concluding phone calls. Because how you end it matters just as much as how you start it. Leaves that lasting impression.
Absolutely. Card A. Polite endings. Ensuring a smooth, positive wrap-up. A real classic here is, all right, I'll let you go.
Sounds considerate, like you're thinking of their time.
It is remarkably considerate. Subtly puts their time, their schedule first, conveys you respect their obligations. You're taking the initiative to conclude, not just hanging up. Empowers them to transition away smoothly without feeling rushed or dismissed. Great way to leave a positive final impression. Builds rapport. You're not saying I'm leaving, you're saying I'm releasing you.
That's a nice way to put it. Okay, sounds like a plan then. I'll let you go now. We can talk more tomorrow. Segues to the future.
Exactly. Maintains continuity, or more generally. All right, well, I'll let you go. Thanks so much for the chat. Really appreciate your input. Polite, appreciative, considerate.
Okay. A super versatile phrase works for almost any call ending, casual or professional.
That would be, thanks for calling.
Simple gratitude.
Straightforward, but impactful. Expresses gratitude for the connection, for the conversation itself. Its versatility makes it a go-to for almost any closing. Brief call, long call, personal, professional, cements a positive final impression, leaves them feeling appreciated. Simple, universal sign-off of appreciation that resonates.
Okay, great. Thanks for calling. I think we've sorted that out then. I'll see you at the meeting tomorrow. Ties it to the next interaction.
Nicely done. Or more personally, thanks for calling, Sarah. It was really good to catch up. Have a great evening. Adds a personal touch while concluding. Reinforces the relationship.
Now for more casual chats, friends, close colleagues, the informal sign-off suggesting you'll talk again soon.
Talk to you later.
Friendly implies continuation.
Subtly implies that ongoing relationship, the likelihood of future interaction. Perfect for maintaining casual connections without a formal farewell. Relaxed, friendly way to end. Suggests the communication isn't really ending, just pausing. It's interesting how these small phrases like talk later subtly reinforce social bonds. They're social cues communicating desire for future connection.
Cool. Yeah, I'll send you that link tomorrow. Talk to you later.
Sounds natural. Friendly sets an expectation.
Exactly. Low pressure, high rapport way to end. Keeps the door open without obligation for immediate follow-up. And finally, for a warmer, more heartfelt goodbye, especially if you won't talk again for a while or the conversation was maybe a bit more serious.
A lovely one is take care.
Adds a personal touch.
It really does. Adds that personal, kind, caring note to the farewell. Conveys genuine well wishes, a sense of goodwill. Suitable for personal and professional contacts, where you want to express that degree of care and sincerity beyond just goodbye. Gentle, heartfelt conclusion can leave a really positive, lingering impression.
Okay. And just as we wrap up this whole deep dive, let's quickly touch on Part B, future coordination. Keeping the door open for changes in plans, showing flexibility.
Yes, important for planning. Let me know if anything changes.
Keeps things adaptable.
Crucial for dynamic planning, scheduling. Ensures both parties stay informed of any shifts, updates, unforeseen issues. Establishes that commitment to ongoing communication for dynamic situations. prevents miscommunication, ensures plans can adapt smoothly, subtly places responsibility for updates on the other person, empowers them to keep you in the loop.
Okay, so we're confirmed for 3 p.m. on Friday. Great. Let me know if anything changes on your end before then. Clear, concise, flexible.
Exactly. Or less formally. Cool. See you for coffee on Saturday morning then. Just let me know if anything changes with your schedule. Happy to rearrange.
Yeah.
Demonstrates flexibility, readiness to adapt, highly valued trait in collaboration, builds stronger working relationships.
Wow. What an incredible, detailed, deep dive into the world of phone conversations. We really have covered, well, pretty much everything, haven't we? From those vital opening lines like, hello, this is name speaking, and checking in with, is this a good time to talk? To navigating those sometimes painful connection issues with, sorry, you're breaking up, and can you hear me now? And going through how to handle missed calls, confirming details, making sure everything's crystal clear.
And we dug deep into how to manage those misconnections, gracefully offering, can I take a message? Or acknowledging, sorry, I missed your call, right through to the perfect closing remarks, like the considerate, all right, I'll let you go, and the always welcome, thanks for calling.
Yeah.
What's really fascinating, the real aha moment for me, is just how much power these seemingly small, everyday phrases actually hold.
Right. They seem so simple.
They do.
Yeah.
But they're like the invisible scaffolding of the conversation. They shape the flow, the effectiveness. They turn that potential awkwardness into actual confidence. It's like turning basic language into really powerful communication tools.
You can absolutely see how mastering these doesn't just make you sound more fluent in English, although it does that too. It makes you sound, well, thoughtful, professional, genuinely connected to the person you're talking to. It really is a shortcut to being well-informed in this often overlooked art of phone communication. And that knowledge transforms your daily interactions, work calls, booking things, just catching up with friends. It empowers you to lead the conversation, not just react to it.
Which brings us to, I think, a really important question for you, the listener, to think about. How might mastering these apparently simple phrases and really understanding the psychology behind them, how might that transform not just your English fluency, but your professional relationships, your personal connections, making every single phone call from now on feel more like an opportunity for real connection and productivity rather than just another hurdle you have to jump over? Think about that ripple effect. Confident, clear, empathetic communication in every single phone call you make. What could that change?